One of the greatest public safety threats remains open borders. I have a message for the drug dealers, the gang members, and the criminal cartels terrorizing our cities, our locations, our citizens. Your days are numbered. We're getting you out, and we're getting you out fast. We will build a great wall, and we will stop illegal immigration for once and for all.
And that was President-elect Trump promising to end illegal immigration. But according to a bombshell New York Times report, the security of America's borders are being compromised by a serious threat from within. According to the report, quote, over the last 10 years, almost 200 employees and contract workers of the Department of Homeland Security have taken nearly $15 million in bribes while being paid to protect the nation's borders and enforce immigration laws. Meanwhile, Bloomberg Politics is now reporting that 3 Republican senators are working with Democrats to, quote, shield about 750,000 young undocumented immigrants from deportation if Trump cancels a 2012 order from President Barack Obama that let them stay in the U.S. Joining me now to respond to some of the immigration challenges President-elect Trump will face on day 1 in office is the author of Defeating Jihad, The Winnable War, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, and Arizona Sheriff Paul Babeu. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here with me tonight. This is a very important issue, and as a former prosecutor in a sanctuary city of San Francisco, boy, do I get it. The borders are wide open. We have a huge problem, and it seems now, Dr. Gorka, that some of this corruption is coming from within.
It does. It's a very, very disturbing piece of news. The fact is, we should expect this. National security was not the priority of this administration currently in power, and in fact, the demoralization of our CBP, our Customs and Border Patrol, and the other officers and agents inside DHS shouldn't surprise anybody. This is why Donald Trump won the election. We do not have sovereignty over our own territory. Our border, our land borders are open, and there will always be people inside any organization that will exploit that possibility to make money, to allow free movement when they shouldn't. I expect one thing. Come January 20th, the afternoon of January 20th, this is all going to change. Why? Because Donald Trump actually built his campaign on the wall and law and order. As a result, he will have to, for his own political survival, show very serious advancement on those 2 issues as soon as he gets in office. So this is something that most Americans can rest assured will be dealt with, and there will be visible signs of this improving very soon after the inauguration next month.
All right, most certainly. And Sheriff Babeu, I mean, you are on the front lines of this immigration challenge, of these open borders and what it does to these cities and our communities in the United States. What's your opinion on this?
Well, it's music to my ears that Donald Trump coming in as our president, not just for me in law enforcement, but for all Americans. We're going to finally put America first, our communities and our safety first, to secure the border. Yes, this report is alarming that there's been 200 officials in the past 10 years, but I want to remind people that the overwhelming majority, the men and women who protect and serve our country, are good, decent patriots who would never allow this. And so the failures is more the administration. Kurlikowski and all these other officials that have been appointed by Obama haven't done enough to vet backgrounds. We have members actually of the cartel that have infiltrated the ranks of these good men and women who are sworn to protect America. And so we have to do a better job of vetting and also be proactive with internal investigations as we do in law enforcement across America. And so we're going to see the priority of securing the border, and then also targeting the 1 to 2 million illegals of the 11 to 20 who are here. 1 to 2 million are serious criminals, 74% of which have felony convictions.
Yes.
Donald Trump has said they're going to be targeted, they're going to be apprehended, and they're getting out of America for good.
And
That's
we
terrific.
shouldn't apologize for that. We shouldn't apologize for it. I'm telling you, because what you're talking about is exactly true. Nobody's talking about being mean and breaking apart families. We're talking about criminals and criminal recidivists, Dr. Gorka, that have come in here on American dime and continue to wreak havoc in our communities, and it's got to stop.
Very simply, Kimberly, ask anybody, do you lock the door to your home or your apartment when you go to sleep at night? Who doesn't?
Right.
Who says, come on in, anybody? Who leaves their front door open at midnight and says, come in and take my money out of my purse, out of my pocketbook? I mean, this is what the administration has done. Said borders are irrelevant. You can come here, you can steal, you can lie, you can cheat, you can be prosecuted for felonies and not be deported. I mean, that's outrageous. Which country says that's a good idea? No country says that, because what happens? You don't have a country left if you allow that to happen long enough.
Yeah.
If criminals have a free reign and are kept in our system, then sooner or later the country will crumble.
It's so true. I mean, Sheriff, you see it firsthand. I mean, Arizona has a problem with this. That's why you've been very vocal and outspoken on this issue.
Well, it's far worse than what the doctor just explained. I can tell you that President Obama has led the largest prison break in American history, releasing tens and tens of thousands of convicted criminals who aren't American citizens, not back to their country of origin, but right into our communities. He refused to give the names of these individuals to us in law enforcement. He's released hundreds in my county in Arizona alone, even murderers and rapists. And so he did his cause no good. What he did is release the most violent criminals in the Western Hemisphere into American communities. Donald Trump's going to correct that and put our safety first. And this is going to be a new day. And so I am a sheriff. He's going to be the sheriff, the new sheriff in town for the country.
All right, fantastic. Such an important topic. I look forward to having you both back again, Dr. Gorka and Sheriff Babeu. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
All right,
Thank you,
Happy New
Kimberly.
Year.